Hello, everybody. This show has been created to inspire you to take action.
All about celebrating and reframing what success looks like.
To be the best version of ourselves that we can be.
And we have incredible speakers for you tonight.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Future Females Show. I'm Susanna Kennedy and I'm really excited because today I have somebody who can help you 5x your business. Yes, you heard correctly, 5x your business. Can you imagine what a difference that would make in your life? I know that I would love to 5x my business. Marilyn Bartman is a coach, but she works with energetics as well as strategies to move you to a space where you are literally 5xing 10xing your business. We're going to chat to her about how she does that, but right now I want to welcome her into the room. Marilyn, how are you doing today?
I'm super good. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm very excited.
I'm super excited too. I came across you through a friend of ours, a mutual friend of ours, who was like, you've got to get together with Marilyn because she just is a powerhouse. She literally lives what she teaches, which is something that we always want to celebrate because there's so many coaches today. There are just thousands and thousands of coaches popping up everywhere, but there's not many coaches that are truly living the ethos and the truth of what they are teaching. And I hope you don't mind me saying, but you are the breadwinner in your family, and you are the one who is then helping other women to take their businesses that you know are valuable and stepping into a space of abundance. And I think this is so beautiful and so powerful. I know that you are a serial entrepreneur who has gone from creating a modeling agency all the way through to helping create courses and now actually helping women to 5x and even 10x their businesses. Can you tell us just in a nutshell how that journey went and how you came to become a coach, the coach that you are today?
Yeah, well, actually, I was always super excited and enthusiastic about building, growing, and that was something that was always on my mind. Even when I was having the model agency, I was particularly enthusiastic about the growth of a model, like how she could grow and how she could like expand in her trust in herself and her energy, and then grow into like getting big contracts. So every time I saw a person talking about entrepreneurship, I was like, I'm on it. I'm going to help you. I'm going to see what I feel and my ideas and my creativity around this. So when I was having the model agency after 10 years, I was a little bit done and over it. And then I started being a photographer myself. And I just really decided, you know how it goes, Susanna, if you want something, you just decided, I want this, I'm going to be successful at this. And like within a year, I was really successful within photography. And then 2 years or maybe 2.5 years later, the other photographers would come up to me like, how are you doing this? How are you making such cool photos? Because people always tend to think that it's about the work itself, like making the photo, being better at taking a photo. But actually, if you want to be successful, you have to be an entrepreneur and you have to build your resilience about being an entrepreneur and pushing yourself and doing what's uncomfortable to making the impossible possible, of course. So I helped a lot of people, a lot of photographers, building their business, marketing, strategies, energy, everything, what comes down to having a successful business. And then after I started making courses, and those courses, they sold so good. So that other entrepreneurs were again like, how are you doing this? I want this too. So I helped them, I coached them. I really literally like saying word for word, this is what you have to say. This is how you have to do it. Like pushing through also my energetics with it. And then, from that on, I went into business coaching myself, all the entrepreneurs. I'm not afraid to help anyone because I love it. I see so much potential. I see so much opportunities.
It's so, so, so beautiful. You know, there's this buzzword going around, manifestation. You know, everybody is a manifestation coach at the moment. And I mean, that's part of what I teach as well. I know it's part of what you teach, but I think it would be great if you could explain what is your definition of manifestation and why is it important to understand this definition of manifestation so that you can 5x your business?
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, manifestation for me is like bringing something that's not here into reality. So even if I would say I'm going to work and I'm going to have 10 euros every hour, I manifest 10 euros. So whatever is not there, it's coming there. That's a manifestation. So while manifestation actually is more towards what you dream about and what you don't expect yet comes into your life. But of course, with your business, you also have to get in action, get in alignment with where you want to be and the trust that you can have it. And because in a business, it's a little bit more complicated because it has so much to do with your worth and with whether you think you're worthy of it or not. So there's so many conflicts in your mind about, am I worthy to receive so much? Do I have the education? Do I have the knowledge to say that I'm worthy of it, you know? And that's where people go wrong, because actually you were born worthy. You were born as a baby. You would cry if you want milk, you get it, you know, you know you're worthy. But then comes life. Everybody claps at you when you walk for the first time. And then you drop something on the floor and somebody gets mad at you. And then you're like, fuck, oh my God, I did something wrong. I'm not worthy. And all these little things that happen in your life are fucking up with the actual basic of the things that you were born worthy, and you get to receive anything that you want. So you have to take away those blockages, whatever you want to call them, that you have put in there during your life, that you programmed yourself with. And if you don't make it about if you're worthy or not, but you decide that right here, right now, you are worthy and you get to receive anything that you want, you're sending out a signal to the universe. And the signal right back is, okay, I'm worthy. But if you have a question mark behind it, am I worthy? What comes back? Are you worthy? And every time, this is the game you play. So when you, and this sounds easier than done, and it is easy because I've done it. I was like, okay, now I'm going to decide. It's just a decision.
Yeah.
So if you all decide on it right now, I'm worthy. What do you want? I'm worthy of it. I'm going to receive it.
You know, I love that you're saying it. Like, it is easy, but it's not easy. One of the things we have in common is that we're both coaches that work with energy as well as traditional coaching mechanisms and strategies and things like that. So we combine the two. We both do different things, but we combine the two. And so one of the things that I always say is that it's easy, it's simple, but it's not easy. You know, it's a really simple thing to do, like to just say, I'm worthy, right? But it's not always an easy thing to do because of all the programming that we actually have underlying. And this actually leads me to my next question is, why is it so important? Like, what is this combination? Because so many people work on their minds, right? So many people go, okay, I'm going to exercise my mind. I'm going to say affirmations. I'm going to, you know, diligently do the work and all of these things, which is amazing, guys. That's so great for everyone that's listening out there. If you guys are doing that, like, thumbs up, it's incredible. But what I have found, and I just want to ask you about your journey with this, is that without the energetic work that supports that, it can take literally a lifetime to try and achieve something because you're not working with the energy that is connected to the subconscious mind, which then actually activates the soul and then propels you in a different direction. So what is the thing for you about creating this combination? Why is it so important for you, and how have you done it so that your clients can benefit from the two working hand in hand?
Yeah. Well, what I do with my clients, I'm very aware of what the programming is. So whenever I talk to somebody, I'm super trained on to listen. It goes automatically that I listen to the words they're using. I read their energetics, so I can very easily direct, here is it. And I don't even have to like dig into the blog, do all the hard work and blah, blah, blah. It can be like this because it is like this. If you want to change, you can change like that. So I read their energetics. Read I listen to what they're saying and what the words are. And people really love to stay in their own limiting belief because it's super safe, it's super comfortable, and your limiting beliefs, if they're there, it's their fault. It's not your fault. You cannot do anything about your limiting belief. But the thing is, you can. And actually, if you remove those limiting beliefs and just stand up, say, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna change these things, and you're gonna like show up as such. And it is that easy, but what we really, really want is to stay in the past, to have the stories, to make them bigger. But what we have to do is we have to see where we're going to and decide that now, like I always knip my fingers because this is what I use the technique also to remove people's blockages. But if you like stand and say, okay, this is the freaking past, you know, all these things that have happened are not longer now in the here and now, and I don't have to take them and carry them on my back. I'm going to decide now that from this moment on, I get to change the directory of my life. And every day you get the chance to draw a line in the sand and decide that you're going for another future and that it's there for you and that you're worthy of receiving. And that's the programming that you should get into your head. Like this is the stuff that you have to listen to and really believe and decide. You have the power. Nobody is going to save you. Nobody is going to do it for you. You have to do it. Even though if you're being coached, you know, you have to, okay, I'm going to listen. I'm going to change it. I'm going to listen. I'm going to change it. And not be like, oh, Marilyn is going to help me and be like dependent on a coach who helps you. No. You have to take ownership of your future.
So I agree with you 100% because when you've got a coaching client and a coach situation, I always say, like, you can lead someone to water, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force them to drink. And you can't force them to drink a certain amount. And it's the amount that they drink that is going to make the difference in their life, right? So I completely get what you're saying. I know that you created a program called the Money Vortex. And one of the things that women really struggle with is receiving finances, receiving abundance, feeling worthy of that. I know that I've heard so many amazing things about the Money Vortex. Can you tell us a little bit about the program and the kind of transformations that occur within the program?
Yeah, it is insane. Actually, with me as well. I was, at that time, I was making 20K months. And of course, this is really great and awesome, but I was an entrepreneur. I am an entrepreneur who really dreams big, who wants to go big. And of course, I have my costs, so 20K sounds great, but if everything goes off, you know how it goes. So I was like, I have never had the experience of really being in a program that is about manifestation, but also about the actions. So I combined the two. I really get people into actions, mindset work, every day, a little assignment, a fun thing to make it fun. It's called the Happy Money Vortex. It's about making money fun because, like you said, we as women often are programmed that money is a bad thing. If you look at all the fairy tales and all the Disney films, you're super programmed that the bad guy is the guy who owns the money and the poor guy is the guy who's a good person. And what I believe is that money doesn't make you anything else. It just makes you more of who you are. So if you tend to be very giving, then you're gonna give more, you know. And if you're tend to be very greedy and asshole, you're gonna get more. That's why I love it to work on your money mindset, but also on how to become a better person. during that. And I believe like if you have the law of attraction, the manifestation, all these codes about how to do life, it's making you a better person, you know? So it's like, I love it when more women who are doing good get more money, and that we can change a little bit of the trajectory of where the money goes to and where it flows to, because with money you can do so many good things. Well, in the program, I was doing those 20K months, and I was like, I need this program myself. I often make a program out of my own need, out of what I desire. So I made that program, and I was doing the thing, like we said before, embodying it and really doing it, because there's one thing to know all this stuff, but there's another thing to really embody the stuff. So I was doing it and doing it and doing it, but really in a fun way, because the program is set up to be fun, not too much thinking about it, not too much like knowing the knowledge, not too much like every day you have to wake up and do all these 15 steps and being crazy. If you think you didn't do one, you're going bad. And then I manifested that month 62,000 euros.
Sure, 62,000 from 20.
62, yeah. What, sorry?
From 20,000 to 62,000.
Yeah.
And how long is the Money Vortex, the Happy Money Vortex program?
It's a month. So it's a month. So it's 3 weeks actually. And it goes around like the tagline is your highest month. So it's about having your highest month. And the funny thing is, like, I made my PayPal plug and pay account, like where I get all the money in when people pay for me. I wrote down 62,000 euros. And 3 days before the month ended, I was at 60. I was like, what the fuck? I'm at 60? Oh my God. One client, and back then it was June last year, I had a client who wanted to do one-on-one with me, but she was a little bit afraid to do it. So she asked me, can I do 1 month for 2,000 euro instead of 3 months for 6? And I wrote down 62, and I was like, oh my God, you're making my manifestation complete. But in 1 month, normally it's like, oh yeah, it takes you months. But it was like 1 month, it's all changed. And it's insane how many people with me 3x their revenue.
Amazing.
It is just an energetic ceiling that you have made up. Like your income, it's like, oh, it's 10,000 euros. It's the maximum. And then every month you come out to this monthly income. But how? Yeah. You can also 2x it or 3x it at one month. It's just how much you allow yourself to receive.
Amazing.
Really,
I mean, I love this. It's so inspiring. And I know, like, when I work on these things, they just flow in. So I know that you're telling the truth and that this is possible, you know, for anybody. Because I always say, like, if I can do it, you can do it. I'm not anyone special. I just practice and I just know, you know, little tools and tricks and work with energy and do these things. And so if I can do it, you can do it. You just need a little bit of guidance. And so I love that you're sharing these techniques. What are 3 simple things that I know if women haven't got access to your course right now today, but if you could give them like 3 little simple things that they could go away and do today to empower themselves and just move a little bit closer to 5xing their business, what would be 3 little things that they could do?
Okay. One thing, like manifestation wise, is like change the numbers on your income stream. For me, that was plug and pay. I just changed that number and I put in a number that I wanted to manifest. Super easy. Probably you heard of this before, but it works. So great. And then, not obsessively, but then once in a while, look at your phone where you keep the print screen, look at it and ask the question, oh my God, how would it be? How would it be? And then what I also have as an assignment in the group is like, really plan your celebration. So what if that 62,000 euros lands on your bank account And what are you going to do? What dress are you going to wear? Where are you going to get a nice dinner or a bottle of champagne with your husband or maybe some friends? Plan a really cool celebration where you sometimes go to, like, oh my God, I see myself celebrating this, popping the champagne. Woohoo, I did it. So sometimes you just float around in it. This is also manifestation.
Yeah, I
And
love
then,
that.
okay.
I said, I
Sorry?
love that. That's great.
Yeah. And then also very simple, but action wise, like, okay, what do you want? Okay, 62,000 euros. What can I sell for this? Not that you really have to sell that, but so that in your mind, the impossible becomes possible. Because for me, like a one-on-one would cost 18,000 euros. Something else would cost this and that. And then you just calculate it, like put a list. What is it that you could sell that makes it so that you can expand your mind and you can really think like, it is possible. It is possible. Because what we want is that we feel that it's possible. And of course, you put your own number in there. You don't have to put 62. If it like knocks you out of the park and you're like, oh my God, it's never going to happen, it will not happen then. But if it's a number that you really feel stretched by, but if you just write down, what do you need to sell for this? And then you get to like, it is possible. It is possible. And then every day, place an offer on your Instagram. Just go for it. Just sell, because people have to know what it is that you have to offer. If I don't sell, I don't get money. You know, I have to let people know what they're able to buy from me. And of course, in the beginning, maybe you will be like, I have this and that. I don't know how to really sell in a good way. But let yourself be making the steps every day a little bit better than the next day and then the next day. You don't have to do it perfectly. And yeah, out of this enthusiasm, if you celebrate your month in your head and then come up online being all happy about it and saying what you have to offer, the energetics, the line of the energetics is already in the same receiving field.
Yes. Yeah, it's all about frequency and vibration at the end of the day. So yeah, I love those tips. I think they are fantastic. We're almost out of time, so I've got 2 questions left for you. The second last question I want to ask you is, what is the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Beautiful question. The first thing that comes up to me is from Tony Robbins. I just went to his seminar in Birmingham. And that is, what if life happens for you and not to you? And that you, every time when something happens to you, that you get to like rethink, that you don't get victimize yourself, but you stay in your power. You have the power to make your life anything that you want. That doesn't mean that everything will happen like in a beautiful way. You get things that you can take on as something that victimizes you, or that you can take on as something that you learn from and you grow from. And if every time you take the path to the growth and you are willing to really look at yourself and do the work, the inner work, you get to become so much more resilient.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That is something that I live by. So I love that you brought that up, is that everything is actually happening for you. If we step into that mindset that everything is happening for me, even the things that I think, oh my God, why is this happening to me? If you stop and you go, okay, why is this happening for me? You know, and you can step forward with that energy. It just changes the game of life completely. So I love, love, love that. And then the last question is, we at the Future Females Show love women celebrating themselves. You know, women don't tend to celebrate themselves enough. And that's actually why I love that one of your steps was create a celebration for like achieving your goals. But I want to ask you, what is the thing that you are most proud of as a female entrepreneur, as a woman, as a mother, as a wife, as the human being that you stand in front of me today? What is the thing that you are most proud of, that you celebrate about yourself?
Oh, what a beautiful question, and also like very vulnerable, of course. Like, what I celebrate is that mm, that I'm brave, that I'm courageous. I'm not always confident, like nobody is, or I think that shouldn't be like the goal, because then you're always like waiting for you to be fully confident to do the steps. But I'm courageous, and I'm doing the things that scares me. I'm walking with fear, and I think that's something I'm very proud of, that I get to walk in front of a lot of people who can guide to that thing, that path. Because I think when you are courageous, doing the things even though you're super scared, um, you're building something, and you can help other women also with believing in themselves, that they can do hard things, that they can really manage to be the owner of their lives. So that's, I think, the most beautiful thing that I'm proud of.
I love that. And you know, you've actually just described the definition of courage, you know, because courage is doing the right thing despite the fear. We're all scared. Yeah. All of us. We're petrified of so many things. But courage is stepping up in the face of that fear and stepping forward and doing what is necessary anyway. And I just, I watch you being courageous, and you are inspiring. I love getting to know you. I've been lucky enough, you actually came to one of my courses. We met through a friend, then you came to one of my courses, and then we actually became friends. And I'm loving getting to know your work, who you are as a woman. You really are this brilliant, brave soul whose heart is in a place that is helping other women. And so I encourage all of our viewers to dive on social media, on the links that we've got connected here, and just follow Marilyn. She is amazing. She's just a beautiful, genuine soul that is really helping empower women. And I know there'll be another Happy Money Vortex coming up soon, so hopefully you guys can sign up for that, or one of her other coaching programs. But even if you just follow her on social media, she's constantly putting out like great information, great bite-sized chunks of actionable knowledge that are going to empower you. So Marilyn, thank you so much for your time and all your effort and energy to empower women. I salute you, I honor you, I celebrate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you for having me. It was so much fun. I could talk for hours with you, but we will have more conversations coming. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, absolutely. And to everybody watching, thank you for watching another episode of the Future Females Show. I'm Susanna Kennedy, and I'll catch you next time. Remember to like, comment, and share so that we can empower as many women as possible. Bye for now.